Now, when white kids bully black kids, they're going to have to think twice now, Art. Karmelo Anthony should be honored.
Get your protesting shoes out because Karmelo Anthony is going to be tried as an adult.
Yes, I was shocked when I saw this video. Omar Johnson says Karmelo Anthony is a hero. He should be celebrated for taking away someone's life. When I watched this video, to a certain learn, yes, black people are now preparing for demonstrations in and around the country. I knew this is coming. I've seen a lot of videos. Before we even go into that, I want to give you a summary of what exactly is actually going on. I know you've been following this case for a very long time, but take a look at this.
Get your protesting shoes out because Karmelo Anthony is going to be tried as an adult in the unveiling of Austin Metcalf. You remember Austin Metcalf. He was the white kid that they had a track meet. Karmelo Anthony was allegedly not supposed to be there. He had a weapon in his backpack, which he had in his backpack prior and got in trouble for. Well, he decided to keep that with his backpack, allegedly, went to this track meet, sat up underneath a tent, apparently sat in the wrong seat, and Karmelo Anthony and Austin Metcalf got into a scuffle. Allegedly, Karmelo Anthony felt threatened at some point. Austin Metcalf didn't have it, and unalived Austin Metcalf. And then you remember everyone was saying that he had his GoFundMe. He was making all this money from GoFundMe. Allegedly, he bought a new house or rented a big mansion, bought a new car. His family had a press conference. Austin Metcalf's dad showed up. They threw him out because they said it was disrespectful for him to be there. But it wasn't disrespectful for their son to unalive Austin Metcalf. So yeah, that happened. So now it's been determined that Karmelo Anthony is going to be tried as an adult for the unaliving of Austin Metcalf. So I'm just waiting for Crump and Sharpton and all the Black Lives Matter people to schedule the protesting date. Because that's typically what happens. Because the narrative that's going to be pushed now is that Karmelo Anthony is being targeted because he's a black kid. It's not going to be about the fact that he took someone's life, allegedly. It's going to be because the government and the law enforcement are going after another black youth. So I just wanted to let you guys know, if you didn't know, yeah, Karmelo Anthony is going to be charged as an adult. And I just want to see in the comments when you guys scheduling your protests, because that's typically what you do. Let me know down in the comments. And also, the people who think that this is fair, the people who think that Karmelo Anthony should be tried as an adult, let me know if you think this is fair or not. Because I personally think it was. I mean, that was an adult act, and he should be charged per the crime. And Austin Metcalf is no longer with us. Let me know down in the comments.
Yes, this guy will be found guilty and there will be chaos because a lot of people are using this to raise bait. When you take a look at the whole situation, like what is going on now, I have watched thousands of videos that are putting out about this whole situation, and I know a lot of people's mind when it concerns this. Do you know that this family of Carmelo is still demanding money? According to this article from the Daily Mail, staggering sum family of teen Carmelo Anthony has received from strangers, and they still want more. When I look at the article, I read through it, which I'm going to show you what exactly is going on at the end of this video.
Now, when white kids bully black kids, they're going to have to think twice now, Art. Karmelo Anthony should be honored. Not for taking nobody's life. We don't honor, we never do that. But for having the courage to stand up to two white bullies who are much bigger than him. Rest in peace to Hunter, who I believe lost his life.
It wasn't Hunter.
Because he had the courage to stand up to two bullies. Now, every black kid in America who's being bullied by white kids, those white kids are now going to think twice about what they're doing. Because if you keep it up, when you back somebody into a corner with fear and concern for their safety, it might not work out for you. And I can tell you, Art, as a certified school psychologist,
you should lose your cert.
Works in schools. When white children bully black children, nothing is done about it. Let me say that again. When white kids bully black kids, nothing is done about it. There is a white privilege in America's public schools. There's a white privilege in America's charter schools. There's a white privilege in America's independent schools. For all we know, and I'm not going to put this on them, but for all we know, Hunter and Austin could have a history of bullying black kids. And it finally caught up to them.
He was wrong. How do you know he was wrong? You wasn't there. You didn't stand in defense of none of our slain when the police took their lives. You didn't speak up for Trayvon. You didn't speak up for Sonia Massey. You didn't speak up for Sonia Bland or Amir Locke or Dante or Philando Castile or Freddie Gray. You didn't speak up for Breonna Taylor, but you're going to get on the internet and speak up for Caucasian Nation? To every Negro apologizing to Caucasian Nation in publicly convicting our brother Karmelo Anthony in the court of public opinion before he has had his day in court, shame on you Negroes. Shame on every Negro pen. Shame on every black who's on the internet apologizing to Caucasian Nation, condemning our brother to guilt before he's had his day in court because you love your slave master. Shame on you, Nick. Talking about he had a knife. You damn right. If you're a black man living in America, you better be walking around with a weapon talking about he had a knife. You got white boys riding around and y'all crying about a knife. You damn right. If you're a black man in America, you better have some kind of a weapon on you. We are public enemy number one. He's supposed to have a damn knife. What's wrong with you?
Hey, to all of the people who are against Karmelo Anthony, me as a black man in America, white people, I'm telling you and I'm telling you now, you ever even think to approach me, bully me, harass me, think you're going to be with your twin brother or twin whatever, and do anything to me, I too will poke you as well. Straight to the heart. And that's on self-defense. This is not the Jim Crow era. This ain't 400 years ago. This ain't 1619. This ain't back in them days. Y'all don't want to end up like Austin. Leave black people alone. Y'all didn't play fair for 400 years. We ain't playing fair with y'all either.
White people are tired of being called racist for simply existing. And honestly, I don't blame them. Sometimes I'll see videos pop up online of minorities acting wild on cruise ships, and I'll see in the comment section other minorities typing and commenting saying, this is not how we all act, this is so embarrassing, because they realize how damaging and destructive it is to view the bad actions of one member of a racial group as representative of the entire whole. But then in the same breath, many of those same people will then turn around and say, oh, all white people are racist, offering no context whatsoever. Now, there was a point in time in American history when black people were treated unfairly, and of course we acknowledge that was wrong. But just because that was wrong does not give us the right to also be wrong now in the way we treat other people. And it frustrates people who are white because no matter what they do, they are always going to be viewed by these kinds of minorities as if they are racist, regardless of any facts or proof whatsoever. So it's destructive to our social fabric. This mentality needs to stop. It's tiresome to honestly all parties involved at the end of the day. And we need to get back to judging people based on their character, their individual character alone, instead of trying to paint with a broad brush everyone as being X or Y.
Yes. Do you know what is funny about this whole situation? This guy says Carmelo should be celebrated. I don't know how these people think. You get into a place that you're not even supposed to be there, you cause problem, then you are the one that is being bullied. I don't get it. It's like getting into someone's house, then in return, when something happen, you claim like you are being bullied in your own house. It's crazy, right? Even so, there is no justification to take away someone's life. No justification. Yeah, we could have been talking now with the two people sitting there, having these conversations, but one person is not there. So what should you be celebrating? We should celebrate everything, right? This is how it starts. I don't know if this mentality can change because this guy is full of it.
Who effing who?
People line up for my advice.
Why don't we choose more carefully who we're going to lionize?
Just many natural reasons why marriage, infertility, trying to have kids makes things difficult.
There's something wrong with this person. And actually found a way to bitch and moan about how hard it is to live in the White House.
What did you make of Donald Trump's post this morning alleged justice will prevail?
It also shouldn't be racial.
Require Karmelo to run. He had
100.
Has been overwhelming. The lies in their amplification.
This is not going to end. Right is right and wrong is wrong. All good.
If you see any clips after this, that is just for the YouTube algorithm.
What if he says self-defense? There's no self-defense because kids in here and resolve this issue is called conflict resolution.
Again, the evidence is still coming in.
This is definitely a self-defense case because it always is one.
Because she's fearful of what may happen.
And then the
Registration Act is
talking about this man, Killmonger.
My summary of the first 100 days is that
if film and TV productions continue to
first term, and you will be very.
Once again, the field was littered with Wintour does every year. This Karmelo Anthony case.
Live in the White House. Many people
Like a little unhinged drunk.
And black people don't. So I'm hearing that Karmelo Anthony is now being charged.